in front of us, starting in actually most likely by the time this podcast is released, is probably starting tomorrow on March 12th. American Cup, third edition. You won the first one. You got into, I believe, the semifinals last year. Is that correct? And then, yeah, another run.
Last year, nothing good happened last year. I lost. I won one match. I lost two, and that was it.
Yep. So this one definitely trying to get that one back. Try to get the title back, but it's not going to be easy. The best chess players in the US, both female and the open section. So let's go through the brackets right now. You're starting off against Greg Opari, a newcomer to the American Cup, a newcomer mostly to the American chess scene. But he's been around for a while. You know him quite well. And I believe pretty much everybody knows by now, he's one of your seconds. You're going to be facing him in the first round. Then we have Aronian versus Sevian, Dominguez versus Robson, and Wesley versus Sam Shanklin. Let's start with your match. What do you expect from this big clash against a player that you know quite well?
I don't know what to expect. It's not the most convenient pairing, of course, because we work together, so that's a bit annoying. But it's a weird format. It's like classical then rapid, so it's not a rapid tiebreak. It's just rapid. That counts the same as classical. Very unusual.
Mm-hmm.
So you can lose two classical games, win two rapid, play a blitz playoff, win that, and win the match,
Mm-hmm.
which is some would argue with the format, but okay, that's what it is.
Same weight for the rapid and the classical points wise.
As far as I know, same weight,
Yeah.
same one,
Yeah.
and then a blitz playoff,
And
not
you
a rapid
play
playoff.
one classical followed by one rapid in the same day. No matter what the result is, you're going to play 2 games.
It's a 2-day match.
Yeah.
So on the 12th is the first match. On the 13th is the first match, second day.
Mm-hmm.
On the 14th is the second match, but also then they have the losers bracket because it's double elimination. So then there's also the elimination bracket, or whatever you want to call it, losers bracket. And yeah, like if you won your first match, then on the 14th is the second match, classical. There's no classical in the elimination bracket. That's just a rapid playoff and so on.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough tournament, of course.
One good thing about, in comparison to last year, is that both brackets will have a rest day. So last year, I think the champions bracket, the winners bracket, did not have a rest day. Sure, they had the extra life if they make it to the grand finals, but there was no rest day. The elimination bracket had a rest day throughout the event. This time, both the champions bracket and the elimination bracket get a rest day, which is, in my opinion, an improvement. Another cool thing about the event is that the classical time control is game 90 plus 30, no second time control. So we're always most likely going to be seeing a lot of time trouble situations that will be will be a deciding factor. We've seen that last year as well. If I remember correctly, Hikaru was playing the Kalashnikov. I know a lot of players, most likely with the black pieces, given the time control, will take more risks. So that's pretty cool. How do you see this transition? How do you anticipate this transition between classical and immediately during the same day with the same weight play a game of rapid?
Yeah, it could lead to actually some boring games in classical because like why take I don't know, it could also lead to risks in classical because then I have a good chance to come back because I'm playing a rapid, and the rapid counts for the same. But it could also be that you just like some players will just try to make a draw with white and then take it to the rapid and try to strike with white in the rapid.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like, for example, Wesley's sort of approach could be because it's difficult to play for a win these days. Everyone is really, really well prepared, and it's hard to get them out of their comfort zone. which is where mistakes happen. And I think that's the case for all the players in the tournament, whether you're talking about, let's say, Wesley, who's one of the top whatever players in the world.
Hmm.
Let's see what he is. Well, definitely top 10, but I don't know, maybe top five or
Not top five for sure.
top eight.
Ding is
Okay, it's
five, Nordirbeck is four.
yeah, he's 5 points away from top five. Okay, but anyway, number eight in the world
Close, yeah.
and the second seed, so he's the second rated. Or if you're talking about the lowest rated, which is Grigori or Sam Shankland or Sam Sevian or Ray Robson, all of these players, when they're in their comfort zone, they're going to play at a super high level, basically perfect chess. And when they're out of their comfort zone, they're going to make mistakes.
Hmm.
Everyone, that includes me and all these other players. That's that's simply how it is. And it's so difficult now because it's harder and harder to get players out of their place where they're comfortable. So um, whether you're playing Magnus or you're playing, well, okay, some players are a bit more willing to go out of their comfort zone. I would say Magnus and I am and Hikaru maybe to some extent as well. We're willing to go a little bit outside there, but uh, but definitely most players will not want to do that, and they're going to be really tough to beat if they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Hikaru is not playing. That's one notable absence. I think, and I hope I'm not mistaken in that regard, is because it's too close to the candidates. He was invited. Of course, he was invited as the second best player in the US. He refused the invitation, declined the invitation, I would assume because he wants to focus on the candidates, focus on his preparation. With this tournament being so close, basically, this one finishes, you have a week's break, and then you go to the candidates. Do you see any overlap? Do you feel like you're going to perhaps attribute too much energy, too much prep, show too many ideas in this one, without revealing too much, of course? How do you feel about the closeness between this tournament and the beginning of the candidates?
Well, to show ideas, you have to have ideas. I'm not too worried. Um, no, it's I'd rather play something before than not. So I'm happy to play something before the candidates.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a
It's
good
been a
thing.
while since I've played classical chess. I mean, I haven't played a single classical game
Is it
since the
since the
Sinkfield Cup.
I thought it was the Grand Prix, but Singfield was actually in December.
You mean the Grand
Grand
Swiss?
Swiss, yes,
Yeah,
Grand Swiss.
it's been over 4 months
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
or about 4 months. Yeah. Okay, then I played the Champions Tour. It's Rapid. I played the World Rapid and Blitz, Rapid Blitz. Then I played basically nothing. And then I
Hmm.
played Fisher Random,
Hmm.
which is class. Actually, I should say that is classical. So I have played classical, but okay, very different type of classical. It's a type of classical where you don't prepare for your games because there are no openings, um, which is just different because you know that you're going to get some position. While in classical, like normal chess, I know that if I want to fight for an advantage of white, if I want to get a game, if I want to get a chance to fight for a win with the white pieces, I kind of have to surprise my opponent a bit or prepare something special,
Hmm.
have some new idea, or get a bit lucky perhaps. While in Fisher Random, I know that I'll probably get a chance, just like as a rule. While here, it's definitely not as a rule. It's something that you have to dig quite deep for.